I would like to think I'm a smart person. Interstellar was able to keep up. Had to watch it several times to get everything, but man, it was good. Tenet, holy crap! Still watching, like, sure, okay, awesome, yep. Oh, there it is. That's didn't see that. Oh, forgot that. Whatever. So amazing. Even The Prestige. Every time I watch that, it's like, okay, and more so, Memento. Like, I have got to watch the timelines to remember what's going on, and invariably, because I don't watch it all the time, I forget. They're like, oh yeah, that's right. It's crazy. So mind-bending, his films. So mind-bending.
Absolutely. I can't believe we barely even got through like the first hour of Tenet with Mom. That was so funny.
I told you.
But she was also tired. We need to do it when she's not falling asleep.
Here's my apology video to my wife, Allison, James's mom. I totally set her up. He came home and they're like, oh, well, what do you want to watch? And I'm like, Tenet. Because Allison does not a big fan of like interdimensional Matrix.
But she loves fucking Terminator.
She loves them, but when I will always get her ire by, well, who was John Connor's dad the first time? And she's like, I hate that. It's like, yeah, because it's a time loop, and her brain melts, and she doesn't like that. I get it. And that's why I like to mess with her, and she loves me.
But where'd the apricot come from?
Exactly. Oh, Milo Murphy. Such an underrated Disney movie or Disney TV show. But yeah, so we watched, and maybe, was it an hour? I don't know.
I think we got like an hour in.
If I was like, I'm falling asleep, we need to turn it off because I don't know what's going on. I know. Sorry, honey.
Yeah, but we need to watch it when she's not falling asleep. But it's like, that to me feels like the new Interstellar, is that it's going to have time, and then people are going to finally understand it and glom onto it. Because it is a very good film. It is very much like Interstellar in the way that it approaches its story. It focuses on non-linear time in a linear fashion. And I think that's what broke people's brains, is that it's not like Interstellar where it's still linear time. It's kind of like Memento, where it's linear time experienced non-linearly, but it's the exact opposite, where it's non-linear time experienced linearly, which is harder to do.
I will take it a step further, because The Arrival, to me, makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense the way they do with time, and it's not a straight line. The difference in Tenet is they are interacting with this non-linear time and affecting it, so it's like, what the hell?
Yes,
I got to keep up with what's going on.
Time is fluid, and I do think that also broke a lot of people's brains. Jesus, I can speak. That you have time. It's much like DC's definition of time travel. Time travel influences both the past and the future. And I think that broke a lot of people's brains, that it's like, yes, they can send these items from the future to the past, and those things are experiencing time in reverse. So the best way to look at it is, well, one is heading this way through time, one is heading that way through time. And so as this goes backwards, you'll be moving alongside it forward through time, but it'll be moving backwards through time as you go forwards. And so it can exist in the same space. That
fight scene with David Washington. Oh my God, it's backwards.
Oh, where he's fighting himself.
What? Yeah. That hurt my brain right there.
That one was definitely where it clicked for me watching it the first time. I saw the fight scene, like, whoa, that's good choreography. And then I watched it when it's the inverse, and I'm like, oh shit, I get it now.
Yeah. And just the timing, because I mean, it's not just that it's backwards, so to speak. It's the part of a bigger plan with the plane crashing to cause this. It's like there's a whole shit ton of things going on. So you're not just focused on, oh my God, it's backwards. It's like, no, they're trying to carry out this weird plan, and it's backwards.
Exactly. And that's where the final scene, I do get a little frustrated sometimes with people who are like, no CG ever, because it's like, okay, but it is a good tool. But then I also love people who are like, practical effects. It's like Tenet's ending is the perfect example to me of like, this is what is good about practical effects. I do get a little irritated when I see some of the foot soldiers where it's like, you're clearly just walking backwards. You are not walking in reverse. This was not shot in reverse. But at the same time, it's like, it's still cool. Like the building blowing up and then reversing, that was brilliant. That was good filmmaking right there. But it's like that ending, you have to like be perfectly awake, perfectly coherent, and capable of understanding that the plot is working. It's all going as planned. And Robert Pattinson's character, that's the end of his journey. But it's the start of Washington's, and it's like,
And I would argue, and this is a great example, there are movies that need to be seen in theaters. And this came out during COVID, so it was shown in theaters, but then way too soon released on HBO, now Max. And it was a big stir because Christopher Nolan did not want that, but that's what happened. Maybe that's why he and Warner Brothers are working together. I don't honestly know. I don't remember. But I think some of the backlash to this movie was it was seen on TVs or phones. And it just, when you're not in the theater and you're at home, and say you have two kids, and say they're like my two kids, and they don't allow you to just watch the freaking movie. They're like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Can you pause it? I gotta go get something to eat. Can you pause it? Walking in front of the TV, and then dogs barking. I'm just giving a general example. I'm not saying this actually happened. But when you're in the theater, you are clearly focused on one thing, and that's the movie. So that when you don't see this in the theater, and maybe you're on your phone or whatever, the distractions I talked about, you miss things. And holy crap, you miss 5 seconds of this film, you may have missed a key point that's like, I don't know what the hell's going on.
Absolutely. And I think that's definitely true of many modern films. It's why